In the hauntingly captivating world of The Walking Dead, there's a lot more than just walkers lurking in the shadows. Over the years, this beloved series has treated us to a roller coaster of emotions, from character evolutions to heart-wrenching losses and unexpected alliances. The Walking Dead has given us unforgettable communities, from thriving metropolises to ragtag bands of survivors, each with its own tale to tell. But as the seasons roll on, it's become clear that not all questions will find their answers easily. Some, like the once dreaded saviors and whisperers, have faded into the rearview mirror, while others linger, gnawing at our curiosity like a hungry walker. So, in the apocalypse, prepare to venture into the land of unanswered questions, where mysteries abound, alliances shift like desert sands, and survival is a daily battle. With that in mind, let's dive headfirst into the uncharted territories of The Walking Dead and seek the truths that continue to elude us. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Where did the Civic Republic military take Rick? The Walking Dead's final episode was packed tighter than a can of sardines. Amidst all the chaos, there was one electrifying scene that had fans on the edge of their seats. Rick Grimes, decked out in a CRM jacket, caught in the crosshairs of this mysterious organization. It was like a sneak peek into a thriller movie, leaving us all wondering if Rick was on the run from these daunting foes. But alas, it was just a teaser. A tantalizing taste of what's to come, like a single bite of a delicious apocalypse survival cake. The truth is, much of Rick's last few years remains shrouded in mystery, like trying to figure out why the zombies never seem to stumble in The Walking Dead. Seriously, do they have better coordination in death than most of us do in life? We didn't get a deep dive into Rick's time with the CRM before The Walking Dead called it a wrap, but that brief scene left us all buzzing with excitement. And oh boy, did it stir up questions. How did CRM manage to keep a force of nature like Rick Grimes away from his family for so long? It's a conundrum worthy of the Riddler himself, and fans are itching for answers, like a walker itching for fresh brains. How did The Walking Dead's outbreak begin? In the Walking Dead universe, one inquiry stands out like a sore thumb. How, in the name of all things unholy, did this undead apocalypse begin? We got a single nibble of confirmation that France had a hand in it, but that's like having a single French fry when you're starving for answers. Now, you've got a ticket to France, the land of baguettes, berets, and the origins of the zombie apocalypse. Would you really pass up the chance to dig into the meaty backstory of this global nightmare? If you're smart, you wouldn't. Enter The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, our golden ticket to uncovering the genesis of this flesh-munching epidemic. It's like the franchise is handing us the keys to the mother of all mysteries, a riddle wrapped in a zombie apocalypse, and we've been waiting for it longer than George R.R. Martin fans have been waiting for the Winds of Winter. After years of gnawing on our fingernails in anticipation, it's high time we got some closure on how it all went down. Because in a world where the undead roam, and survival is a game of Russian roulette, knowing the how could be the key to surviving what comes next. Are the Whisperers still roaming in the woods? They were major league villains in The Walking Dead. But then came Heath, the new kid on the block, and the Whisperers seemingly vanished into thin air. Poof! Heath was all about promises. He helped Carol out, played the nice guy, then casually strolled off into the sunset with the remaining Whisperers, like they were on a post-apocalyptic vacation. He swore up and down that his crew wasn't following in Alpha blood-soaked footsteps. But let's face it, they had a seriously dark origin story. But just because the Whisperers were still breathing, sort of, in their last appearance, that doesn't mean they're sipping pina coladas on some undead-free island. And let's not forget, good intentions in the zombie apocalypse can be as slippery as a greased-up pig at a country fair. They might promise rainbows and sunshine today, but tomorrow, it could be back to wearing walker skin for all we know. So, here we are, hanging by a thread of uncertainty, wondering if the Whisperers will rear their masked heads in the upcoming spin-offs. Will they be the surprise guests at the post-apocalyptic party, or have they truly vanished into the abyss? Only time will tell. Are walkers evolving day by day? The Walking Dead's final season pulled a curveball straight out of left field. The walkers, those shuffling bags of decay, started showing signs of Einstein-level intelligence. I mean, who saw that coming? First, there was a walker scaling the side of a building like it was auditioning for a zombie Spider-Man movie. Then, another one decided to channel its inner culinary expert and picked up a knife that Lydia had so carelessly dropped. And just when you think you'd seen it all, they started climbing gates like they were gate crashers at the Commonwealth party. The survivors, bless their apocalypse-hardened hearts, were in full freak-out mode. They scratched their heads, wondering how on earth this was even possible. Our fearless heroes were on a quest to unlock the secrets of these seemingly supercharged walkers. They wanted answers, and they wanted them yesterday. But alas, the grand finale left us hanging like a cliffhanger from a bad 80s action movie. Not even a hint, not a whisper of an answer in sight. Now, we can only hope that the spin-offs will pick up the undead brainpower torch and continue exploring this mind-boggling evolution. But for now, the mystery remains as thick as the fog in a horror film. Heath disappeared, a tale that's been baffling the Walking Dead fans for what feels like a millennium. I'm talking about the case of the disappearing Heath. You remember him, right? Well, if you don't, that's understandable, because it's been years since he vanished into the post-apocalyptic ether. Now, the thing is, we're not talking about your average, oops, I got bit by a walker disappearance here. No siree. Heath's whereabouts are so mysterious, it's like trying to find Waldo in a zombie-infested crowd. But it's no secret now that Heath was snatched up by the CRM. We've got clues, people. His van was spotted at the doorstep of none other than Jadis, a known CRM contact. And if that's not enough, showrunner Angela Kang spilled the beans herself. Imagine Corey Hawkins, the man behind Heath, making a triumphant return to the Walking Dead universe. It's not a far-fetched idea, especially when you consider that the CRM is set to play a big part in Rick and Michonne's show, and might even show up in Daryl Dixon's adventures. But what's the deal with Heath? Did he become CRM's version of a corporate cog, just like Rick Grimes? Or did he meet a less glamorous fate, like trying to escape and ending up zombie lunch, or becoming one of the CRM's unwilling guinea pigs? It might not be the most satisfying ending, but at least it'd be an answer to a mystery that had us scratching our heads. How much of the world is affected by the outbreak? Amidst all the chaos and mayhem right here in the good old US of A, there's always been one burning question gnawing at our brains like a hungry walker. What's happening in the rest of the world? Sure, we've seen our fair share of post-apocalyptic drama on American soil, but what about the other continents? Europe, for instance, the land of the Eiffel Tower. And let's not forget the origin of this whole walker mess. France spilled the beans on that one, and it's safe to say that much of Europe probably got a taste of the undead buffet. But we've got zilch in the confirmation department. Now, we know how fast this infection can spread right here in the USA, and it's the stuff of nightmares. Enter Daryl Dixon, our crossbow-wielding hero, and probably the guy with the most frequent flyer miles in the apocalypse. If anyone can shed some light on the global walker situation, it's our man Daryl. With France being the epicenter of the outbreak and all, he might just be our best shot at uncovering how far this mess has spread. So keep your eyes peeled and your crossbows ready, because the world of The Walking Dead is a big place, and there's a whole lot of zombie stomping left to do. Who is the Commonwealth community leader? A place that looks more like pre-walker paradise. Welcome to the Commonwealth, where the grass is green and the skies are blue. The Commonwealth, with its neat and tidy facade, might just be the proverbial wolf in sheep's clothing. Meet Governor Pamela Milton, the lady with the iron grip on Commonwealth affairs. She's all about personal luxury and power. And let's face it, who wouldn't want a little luxury in a world overrun by walkers? But she's not the only player in this game. Deputy Governor Lance Hornsby has big dreams of expanding the Commonwealth's reach and his own power. But here's where it gets interesting. The average Commonwealth citizen seems to have a soft spot for Security Chief Michael Mercer. He's the real MVP in their eyes, the guy who keeps the peace while the politicians play their power games. The question on everyone's minds is, who's going to come out on top in this three-ring circus of power plays? So get ready for some power struggles, political drama, and a whole lot of zombie action. Commonwealth's connection to the CRM. In the grand finale of The Walking Dead, you got it, the Commonwealth took a tumble. One burning question that's been haunting us like a relentless spirit is whether the Commonwealth had any ties to the CRM, those folks with a reputation for moving people around like chess pieces. Now, in Season 11's Acts of God, our intrepid Maxine stumbles upon a file on Governor Pamela's desk that's labeled Resettlements. Now, if you've been following the CRM's escapades in other series like The Walking Dead World Beyond, you know they're all about relocating folks. But this file could have been a breadcrumb leading straight to a CRM connection, or it could have been just another twist to keep us on our toes. These so-called resettlements might have had something to do with the Commonwealth's working camps on the outskirts, or they could have been a cryptic nod to an unsolved CRM puzzle. So, my apocalypse detectives, the mystery lingers like the smell of decay in the air. Will we ever get a straight answer about this Commonwealth CRM connection, or is it destined to remain one of those maddening unsolved riddles? Is the Commonwealth a good community? What was Designation 2? Let's talk about the Commonwealth, the sprawling post-apocalyptic utopia that's got our beloved characters all kinds of uneasy. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Is the Commonwealth, with its 50,000-strong population, a beacon of hope in this undead nightmare? Or is it just a fancy cover for some shady business, like Maggie's concerns about the citizens being as green as the early days of Alexandria? The Commonwealth has a knack for hierarchy, hoarding resources, and expansionist dreams, all under the watchful eye of Lance Hornsby. It's got us wondering if it's a well-intentioned society that's gone a bit off course, or the birth of a full-blown corrupt empire. In a world where threats come and go like trends, the Commonwealth is shaping up to be one of the most daunting adversaries our survivors have ever faced. So, keep your survival instincts sharp, because the Commonwealth is bringing the drama to The Walking Dead in a big way. Will it be the light at the end of the tunnel, or just another detour into the heart of darkness? What does PPP stand for? Remember the moment when Heath mysteriously vanished into thin air? Well, that's when the show decided to gift us with a second mystery. A card with the letters PPP written right on the front. Tara stumbled upon it at the very spot where Heath vanished. Now, Heath's little CRM adventure, as we all know, means that this card is probably connected to those folks with the fancy helicopters. But here's the twist. What the heck does PPP stand for? It's like trying to decode a secret agent's message, and we're left scratching our heads. But hold on to your hats, because The Walking Dead is like a dog with a bone when it comes to unsolved mysteries. Another one of these PPP cards made a surprise appearance in a Tales of the Walking Dead episode. This time, it was tucked away in the belongings of Davon, a survivor with a case of amnesia and some potential CRM connections. We're in for a wild ride with this PPP puzzle. Is it a secret code, a hidden message, or just a collection of random letters that got lost in the chaos? What happened to Oceanside? Remember when they casually dropped that bombshell in the penultimate episode about Oceanside getting a rude wake-up call from the Commonwealth? Now, here's where things get interesting. Luke and Jules managed to survive the chaos long enough to rendezvous with our main gang of survivors. But what about the fate of the entire Oceanside community? Oceanside disappeared from our screens, which had us all assuming that the Commonwealth had pretty much wiped them off the map. But wait for it, Eugene, in his infinite wisdom, casually dropped a line in The Walking Dead series finale about looking forward to a swim at Oceanside. Say, what now? So it seems like Oceanside might just be hanging in there, waiting for their moment to shine once more. Or maybe Eugene just really loves the idea of a beach day, even in the midst of a zombie apocalypse. Who can blame him, right? The bottom line is that The Walking Dead knows how to keep us on our toes, and Oceanside's fate is just another one of those mysteries that'll keep us coming back for more. Does the CRM have outposts in France? We all know that the Civic Republic, CR, is the big kahuna in town, boasting the most massive community in the entire franchise. They've got the military might that could put even the Avengers to shame. But while the CR might seem like they've got their hearts in the right place, their not-so-friendly neighborhood buddies, the CRM, are a different story altogether. These CRM want to restore civilization, but only if they can weed out the weaklings along the way. Now, we all know that the outbreak started in France, right? Well, it's not a stretch to imagine that the CRM might have set up shop there to conduct their little research projects. Our main gang of survivors might not have crossed paths with the CRM just yet, but guess who's in France? Our favorite crossbow-wielding bad boy, Daryl. With him on the scene, there's a whole world of potential for some CRM face-offs and showdowns. How many variants of walkers exist in the Walking Dead universe? Well. It looks like the undead menu just got a whole lot spicier in the world of The Walking Dead. AMC Plus decided to treat us to a sneak peek that had our jaws dropping. Daryl Dixon is about to face off against a brand new breed of walker. And let me tell you, this one's a doozy. The acid zombie variant. Now, we've seen our fair share of walker varieties in the past. There were those brainy ones. And then there were the speed demons that could give Usain Bolt a run for his money. These new variants are like the surprise toppings on your pizza you thought you knew everything about. And with their origins tracing back to France, it's a gourmet meal of undead oddities just waiting to be devoured. We might not know the exact number of these variants lurking in the shadows, but the latest spin-off could give us a glimpse into this new world of walker weirdness. Are there a dozen types? 100? It's a zombie guessing game, and we're here for it. Marvelous verdict. In the vast and ever-evolving universe of The Walking Dead, mysteries are like the stubborn weeds that refuse to be uprooted. As fans, we've journeyed through the rise and fall of communities, faced hordes of walkers, and witnessed the transformation of beloved characters. Yet, amidst the chaos, a world of mysteries remains, waiting to be unraveled. While some mysteries find resolution, others dangle on the horizon. The Commonwealth's true intentions, the fate of Oceanside, and the power struggle within its walls remain shrouded in uncertainty. The role of characters like Heath and the significance of resettlements continue to mystify us. As fans, we embrace these mysteries, for they keep our hearts pounding and our minds racing. We hope you enjoyed this list of unsolved mysteries. Keep watching till we come up with the answers too. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.